All right, gentlemen, I'm Eric, the umpire of your match. We have IRS on Discord, huh? Yeah, so don't forget. That's black, that's red. Kento, what's your choice? Kento wants red. So we're going to flip this over here. Black it is. Just side Kento serving. Kento. Ready to play? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kento MOMOTA, Japan. And on my left, PHAM Cao Cuong, Vietnam. Kento MOMOTA to serve, ball, play. Service over, 1 love. Service over, 1 all. Kento MOMOTA challenge. Unsighted. Two, one. Play. 3-1.
Service over, 2-3. Service over, 4-2. Service over, 3-4. Yes. Four all. Service over, 5-4. Service over, 5-all. Service over, 6-5. Service over, 6-all. Yes.
Timing. It gets better and better the more you play on court, surprisingly.
Service over, 7-6.
Acquitting himself very well from the off here, Mr. Pham.
Yes.
Miss it.
8-6.
Head scratching moment there, perhaps to do with the light that you suggested earlier, Steve.
They've got a World Championship medal. Vietnam. Not this man here, number one in Vietnam, and the long-time number one, Chen Min Nguyen. bronze medal.
10-6.
Makes you wonder why Farmer's only contested 8 matches this year. Perhaps he's had an injury.
It could also be a funding question.
Yeah, resource. Yeah, if it does come down to funding, Basel's not the place you want to be. It is mighty expensive. Momota in the driving seat of this early stages of game one at the turn, 11-6 to the good.
Good pictures here. So Vietnamese coach here looks a lot to me like Johannes Schüttler, but I don't think it's him. Japanese coaches, of course, Shoji Sato with the ice bag and the national men's singles coach, Suke Nakanishi.
Now will Momota accelerate away, as he did do in coming into the mid-game interval. He's won the last 5 consecutive points, the top seed.
Yeah, excellent reception. Bites on PHAM.
12-6. Service over. 7-12.
Good leave. Very court aware.
Service over. 13-7.
Settled well, would you suggest, Momota?
Yeah, pretty much as expected so far.
6 out of the last 7 now. There's a sort of swagger to the defending champion.
Every time there's a little deception on the front court, PHAM is in trouble, as you would expect, perhaps, given the difference in rankings and
Just owns the net, doesn't he?
tournament level. This tournament here in men's singles, 64 entries, whereas normally in the World Tour tournaments there's only 32 entries. So you have at least 32 players who's not used to playing tournaments on the biggest stage.
And another reason as well, Steen, given that these guys want to come through efficiently without conceding games, because it's a longer affair, isn't it, if you go in the distance?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to play an unnecessary decider if you can avoid it. You don't mind playing 2 long games, winning convincingly, but getting some extra court time is okay if it's 5-10 minutes, but if it's an extra game, you don't want to do that, because you want to save energy for the rest of the week, and you of course also want to build self-confidence in the arena.
Yeah, keep those reserves. Absolutely. 10-point cushion from Kento Momota right now. Steen, can you break it down for us why, you know, PHAM was so competitive until 6-all and then suddenly Momota accelerated away? What's he done different?
Momota? Well, getting a read on his opponent's habit strokes. Best players, they anticipate not only by the racket and where the shuttle is, they also use the way the body moves before it hits the shuttle to sort of anticipate where is this directed. And you need some rallies to sort of calibrate that anticipation and figure out what's my opponent capable of in different situations under different pressure.
Oh, that's nice. PHAM powering through that one.
Yes. Yeah.
Buckling the top seed on that occasion.
Service over. 9-18.
And not having that oppressive sort of Asian heat here in Europe must be quite welcome for Asian players when they come here to contest events. But of course they've got the flight to deal with, right?
Yeah, you've got the jet lag to deal with, and I mean, it's not that hot in the halls in Asia. Pretty much all of them have air conditioning. There's not much drift in this arena. At least so far, there hasn't been that much drift, which basically makes it easier to play.
So after 14 minutes then, Kento Momota totally controlling this opening game. A little hop and a skip, and he eases through the opener, 21 points to 9. Inside quarter of an hour, Momota in charge of this first round clash.
Part 1, 20 seconds. Part 1, 20 seconds.
So after a tepid start then to 6-all, Momota has just accelerated away in the opening game. Here we are at the start of game number 2 against Cao Cuong Pham of Vietnam. Who's a talented player in his own right. But Momota seems to have his number. 104 world ranking spots separate these two.
love. Yes.
Oh, he's just got so many ways to pick a lock, hasn't he? As you so eloquently put, Steen, he's just got a sort of masterful read over all that PHAM is doing right now, and he's closing down his options really quickly. Look at that.
We can see that he's struggling on the footwork side. PHAM covering that diagonal. It's not so easy. That's a good run in this one.
Must be so difficult when you're playing a player like Momota, when your exposure has been minimum. He's only played 8 matches this year at a much lower level as well, and then suddenly you're into the fire against the world #1.
Yeah,
it's a thankless task.
I think he takes this as a great experience. PHAM playing Kento Momota at the moment.
Nothing to lose kind of attitude, you'd imagine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, rather have the experience of playing Momota in the first round than playing another lower ranked player without any attention on and perhaps still losing the match. Rank 115, you're in the lower part of the entries here in the World Championships. So you stand a good chance, if you could say that, a big risk of losing in the early stages anyway.
Keeping up the stranglehold theme, the Japanese #1. Keeping his opponent from Vietnam at arm's length at all times. This is very disciplined from Momota.
Service over. 1-4.
A little ripple of sympathy, applause for the Vietnamese there.
Yeah, yeah.
That was good. A well-engineered point. Can he build? Get to double figures, perhaps, in a game against the world's very best men's singles player.
Oh, that's a great touch.
Just cheeky, isn't it?
Service over. 5-2.
So tough to read. Looks like he's going to accelerate, and then at the last minute he just slows his hand down a little. Cuts inside the shuttle.
Service over. 3-5. Service over. 6-3.
Well, panning out the way that many would have predicted, Momota has been in control. 4-point cushion right now for the top seed. Oh, yes. A moment in the sun for Mr. PHAM.
Service over. 4.
Enjoying that one.
7.
Yeah, and he actually played the World Championship last year as well. PHAM lost the first round to Huang Yuxiang. Was the last player to beat Kento Momota in Indonesia Open.
Oh, really?
The Chinese.
Service over. 8-4.
Well, I thought he did a pretty good job of getting out of jail there, but Momota wise to it, quick to pounce all over it. The only option he had, I guess.
He knows that the net shot is so good that he stays at the front court. If he lifts, it's going to be a very, very short lift if he gets it over, and the other opportunity is to play the cross net shot there.
Oh, he's got the shuttle on a string. It's been a mesmeric level of control for Kento Momota, but that's, of course, because he's got time on shuttle against the world number 105. The Vietnamese constantly chasing the point now. Got the compression socks on. You'd imagine many would need 3 or 4 pairs of them against Momota with all the running that you do.
PHAM Cao Cuong challenge, call out.
So the Vietnamese has challenged. Momota marching towards his towel imperiously, like he knew it was long, and it was indeed well long. That's why.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 11-4, interval. Part 1, 20 seconds. Part 1, 20 seconds.
Kento, on court, please. Fun.
The 11-4. Play.
He's won 6 of the last 7 points, Momota. Oh, he's just got so many options.
He's got many options, and he's in the middle of the court.
4.
Crowd really appreciative of watching this man's skills unfold live.
Ball. Service over, 5-12. Service over, 13-5.
Well, it's the toughest task in world badminton on a singles court, taking on the world #1. An unenviable task, many would suggest. PHAM now
15-5.
spilling multiple unforced errors.
Yes.
Just over-pressing, just needs to step off stage and wipe the sweat from his body.
Yeah, they had some tough draws, the players from Vietnam in men's singles, as Chen Minh Nguyen, the former bronze medalist, he's up against Lin Dan in his first round match. Two-time Olympic gold medalist.
The scoreboard is reeling along very, very fast in the Japanese favour now. 2 minutes shy of 30 minutes played, and he is all over this one.
Service over, 6-16.
Wouldn't it be nice if this man can go back home and say, do you know what? I actually managed to twist it around and get a game off Kento MOMOTA, but I don't think it's going to happen somehow.
Service over, 17-6.
He's overdoing his attacks a little bit at the moment. PHAM going for the scoreline instead of playing good rallies. As often is the case, when you do that, you end up scoring points, but for the opponent instead of for yourself. Good shot, good return there.
Service over.
Very little backswing on the racket from PHAM.
18. Yes.
Tough pill to swallow there for the world #1. The master of deception himself gets a dose of his own medicine.
Yeah.
And this is where sport is so humbling, and we love it for those reasons.
19-7.
Momota setting sail for round 2 with an imperious display of sweet timing and super athletic agility.
Good shot.
Oh, nice. Very stylish.
8-19.
Thought the big banger was coming. Not so.
19.
A late flurry from Cao Cuong PHAM. But you do sense too little, too late. He's running out of time. Still the world #1 with a 10-point cushion here.
It's landed in.
Service over. 20. Match point 9.
11 match points for Kento MOMOTA.
Service over. 10. 20.
Kento. Show. Thank you. Fun.
Defending champion and top seed Kento MOMOTA of Japan, motoring along nicely over hurdle #1. Totally orchestrating affairs out here on show court 1. He comes through in 32 minutes. It was always going to be lopsided because of the disparity in world ranking. MOMOTA, in the end, merciless in his win. A straight game affair, coming through emphatically. A nice little warm-up for sterner tests that await. It's Penalva of Spain, the world #75. Up next for MOMOTA. MOMOTA coming through 21-9, 21-10 after 34 minutes of action. A badminton bonanza in Basel, everything unfolding nicely.